Hello, Flosstube. We're the Real Housewives of Cross Stitch.
I'm Priscilla.
And I'm Chelsea.
And this is Ronnie.
And Piper.
And we're here to talk to you about our stitching this week. This is our second try.
Thank you so much for all of the birthday wishes. We hope that you had a happy and safe New Year.
Yes.
New Year's Eve. We went to a prime rib place for Mom and David's anniversary. Had a grand old time. I was in bed by 9:30 and that's how I rang in the new year. Woke up and it was a new year. I want to say thank you again for all of your comments.
Got a new sweater?
She got a new sweater, a clearance sweater. That's why she's still wearing it after Christmas. All right.
It's kind of wintry.
It's got Christmas trees on it.
Yeah, but they don't have to be Christmas trees.
She's like, wouldn't you love one of these if it were our size? It's a dog sweater. Okay, so there were tons of questions. We'll jump right into them. Lisa wanted to know, for the life of me, I cannot find the floss mats you guys are using. What is the name of those? I really need one. They are Lori Holt's
design boards.
She also does a tutorial on her page, her blog, that you can follow to make your own if you want to customize the size, but they're by Lori Holt, the Be in My Bonnet design boards. You can get them on Fat Quarter Shop's website. They come in several different sizes. What they're for is putting your quilt blocks on to sew them together. We don't use it for that, so we just throw our floss on here.
We have occasionally.
Yeah, no, we have. When we were doing the beginner quilt, I was like, let's use one of those so we feel like professionals. Okay.
No, but they work great to hold your floss, so.
That's what we love about them. All right, and then next was Inspired Flooring. When is the deadline to enter a comment for the giveaways? When do you pull the winners? Sometimes I don't get a chance to enter right away. I would say the latest is Friday night. I pick them early Saturday morning. So if you want to be entered in that giveaway, enter in by Friday night, because Saturday morning is when I'm collecting all the winners.
And then you have a week to respond to us to get your prize.
Right. All right. Susan Summer, she wanted to say thank you, and she loves our informative videos. I'm having a difficult time with my thumb cracking and drying out. Have you or any of your subscribers encountered this problem and would be able to offer any advice? I have that issue all the time.
Your thumb?
Yeah. Right here. I changed my needle is what I did. I used the Pat Carson, right? Pat's favorite needles. And they, for some reason, don't make my thumb break out anymore. Now, if it's just from weather, I've had tons of suggestions as far as moisturizers and things to use for skin. Because even with the temperature change, so we had like 40s, 50s, 60s over Christmas. Now it snowed and it's getting a little, and I can already tell that my skin is starting to crack up here. So if it's that, then we'll have to wait for the comments for those people to retell me what to use. But try changing your needle if you think it's stitching related.
I use the Pat Carsons too, and I don't have that problem. The only problem I ever get is like if I poke it into my finger, then it just doesn't seem to like go right away. Yeah,
ever,
and it just hurts.
Yep. And so then I'm trying to like daintily
sew,
so it's not easy.
Yeah, I put a Band-Aid on it if that happens, because it's just a pain in the butt.
You know what I got for that? That's what I got. Oh, tell me I have them. Hold on. Oh no, I switched bags. Okay.
What did you get?
So I was watching like this Mr. Domestic on Fat Quarter Shop. They featured him and he was like getting ready it was like a getting ready video for something. This was months ago, and maybe last month.
Are they like silicone finger
No,
covers?
they're pads. So what they remind me of is those felt pads that you put on the bottom of a chair, or if you've ever had a wart, if you put those felt pads, that's what they remind me of. But they're replaceable. They're sticky, and I'll bring them next time. But I put it over the part that I'm poked at all the time, and it goes away.
They do hand quilting, and I could never do that.
Yes, but that's what they were getting ready for, and he just said, this is what you're gonna need. It was this really short video, but he recommended those, and I was breaking out at the time because I had stabbed myself so many times, so I put one of those on, and it was amazing. My kids thought I had a wart on my finger, and that's what I said. All right. Because they just had them on the foot.
Frogs.
Maria, I just noticed on the back of Gentle Arts thread that you are supposed to wash the thread in hot water before stitching. Have you ever done this? Is it necessary in your opinion?
No, we don't wash anything.
We don't wash the thread. We mostly use Classic Colorworks, and that one isn't color fast, so you can't wash it. I think the practice of washing your project when it's done or whatnot might be...
I've never heard of anybody washing their threads before they use them, so...
But if you're doing like a sampler that's going to be around for thousands of years, you might want to.
Yeah, and we aren't experts. We just answer these questions to the best of our knowledge.
Right, but
we don't have any knowledge on washing.
If you don't wash it, it can bleed, is what the case is. So if you're going to be washing your project afterwards and you don't wash the thread before you stitch it, it can bleed all over your project, is what I've...
Yeah, but how do you know that it's not going to bleed anyway, even if you wash it?
Because the directions on the back of the package from the manufacturer said to wash it.
Oh.
All right, Bobby, besides Ray Dunn at Disney, what catches your eye?
Better question would probably be, what doesn't catch our eye?
Yeah. A lot of things. We like
Vintage.
Pandora, vintage, crusty, rusty. We collect a lot of things. Fancy floss?
Yeah.
A lot of things.
We like to go to the flea markets. Yeah.
Pioneer Woman stuff. I like Pioneer Woman stuff. Gotta support my girl. Okay, next question.
Vintage Santa mugs.
Rebecca, where do I begin getting away from Ada? I'm struggling to find the fabric that would be a step up and feel like a skill builder. I would say an even weave. So Lugana, Monaco.
Try Monaco. Monaco is the best do-over from Ada.
In her opinion. It's got its weight to it like Ada does, so you wouldn't have a problem there.
And it's easy to see the holes.
Yeah, right. Diana, if you're stitching in hand, are you starting at the center of the fabric, or do you just go down this many inches from the side and the top? That's what we do. Whether we start at the bottom or the top, she usually starts at the top left. But like on the winter projects, there's a lot of like scattered snowflakes, and
so then I would start at the bottom.
Yep.
I don't have a problem either place, but I'm not a middle starter.
Marcia, Priscilla, as a milestone giveaway, would you consider finishing a piece from a subscriber? Of course, there would have to be parameters on size, etc.
Yes, we have talked about it, and it will happen.
Yes.
But it's going to be, we are going to pick the design that it's not just going to be any piece.
Sweet Tea Stitcher, why is it Priscilla's 2000?
Because that was the year that I got my AOL email, and when you go to pick a name for your email, sometimes the ones that you want aren't available, and that was available, so that's what it is.
That's the year we all entered AOL. Angie, would it be too difficult to show the styling with vignettes on one of the hutches, or vignettes and the hutches?
Yes, we will try to do that when I redecorate for a holiday. Probably not for winter because I don't have as much, but maybe for the spring we'll do it.
Okay. Tracy, what kind of batting do you use? Is there a sheet style brand, or do you form and flatten the poofy pillow kind? I'm still learning these things.
So, Fat Quarter Shop has a lot of different battings, and we like to use those pre-cut squares for our string quilts. And usually when we have a couple of those left over from when we do a project, so I use those.
Yep.
And then when we make
That's
a quilt,
80-20.
We cut, if it's the batting is too big, then we use those extra pieces, and those are great for small projects. But you can just order like a twin size, or maybe even a
crib size.
Right. And they're cheap. The twin size is like $12 or $13 at Fat Quarter Shop, so it's cheap.
And it's not hugely puffy. So we used to use the Warm and Natural, which is a relatively thinner. I mean, it's a tight weave, so it's...
So sometimes I do one piece of batting, sometimes I do 2 pieces of batting, and I've even done 3 pieces of batting. So it just depends on how poofy I want it.
Suzanne, will you be showing us your winter decor?
Hopefully. I was just thinking about that the other day. I don't have as much as I do for other holidays, but maybe you'd like to see it where there's not as much.
Yeah. N2X Stitching, I'd like to start flower seeds inside for planting in the spring. Have you ever done this, and have any tips or tricks or how-to video suggestions? I plan to do more videos on this. I did it for the first time last year, so I'm not an expert by any means.
But you didn't do flowers, did you? You just did vegetables?
I did some flowers, yes. Flowers didn't turn out as well as my vegetables did. So flowers are my main, learning experience this year. Joe Gardner is pretty good, and Roots and Refuge probably have, and then from there you can get video suggestions for other people as well.
Garden Answer started snapdragons and something else last year. I remember watching that, and hers were good.
Yeah, she had a lot of snapdragons.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then Kay, any tips on gluing down the ruffle? I can make the ruffle, but gluing it on was a hot mess.
Well, you just have to get comfortable with doing it. Maybe glue it in like 4 places and then go back and fill it in. And sometimes you have to trim a little bit if it's not even.
Yeah. And if you're like gluing your fingers, right, nobody will know. Gluing your fingers or whatnot, people have said to use like chopsticks to hold the piece down if you're having an issue with that. Kimberly Moon Honeybee, what is the fancy floss that is red with tan? It's on one of the trucks.
Barn door.
The Flying Cross Stitcher, how long does it take to put away all your Christmas decor?
I started, what day did I start? I started the day after New Year's. And so far, I've gotten a lot of trees undecorated, and I've got all my Fitz and Floyd, except for a couple pieces, and my Ray done bigger pieces downstairs in the closet. So that's about it so far.
Sad day.
Yeah. I just want to leave the doors open on my closet and just
stare at it.
That's where my vintage Santa mugs are too. So.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Roberta wanted to know, she's expecting first grandbaby soon. I can't talk today.
Cranberry.
I ate a little bit of popcorn before we started, and now my mouth is watering for more. Expecting our first grandbaby soon. What was your favorite unexpected baby gift when Cash was born? Wanting to get something that wasn't on the registry. So a lot of my gifts that were unexpected were all the ones from viewers that were amazing handmade things. So I'd say that, and then like those scrapbooks that people made for me to just fill in the pictures, because to be honest, you don't have time to like wipe your own butt when you have a new baby. So to be able to just plop those pictures in, it was amazing. I'd say the 2 things that I need, you said you don't want something on the registry. I don't know if they're registered for these things. One's small, one's big. My bassinet that my mom got me, it's not a bassinet, it's a playpen, but then it had a bassinet in it, and it had a changing pad in it, and a thing that hung over the side that held diapers and wipes. And it was so easy because I wasn't having to reach down into the playpen to put him down right after having a baby, just being able to, because he was like right there. So that helped a lot. And then something that I have to have anytime I switch cars or anything is the mirror that we put on the back of his seat, so I can see him in the rearview mirror, so I know what's going on. That's a huge one for me. But those are things that they probably have already registered for, but maybe if they didn't think about it, you can add those too. Okay, Jill, do you write down the information on the back of your finished projects, like where you got it, who the designer is, name of the project?
No, I have a blog that has all that information. And on my blog, just this week, were all my finishes from last year, all Chelsea's finishes from last year, and all the finishes I did for Kimberly at the Fat Quarter Shop. Okay. So there's a lot of finishing on the blog this week.
Don, did you make the black and white gingham balls that are on your farmhouse ornaments?
No. Those were picks that came from Hobby Lobby.
Teresa, which paper cutter on Amazon was your favorite? Tonic. The Tonic one. I think it's like $40 or $50.
It's in our Amazon store, right?
Right, that's what she was saying, on Amazon. Which was your favorite? Ruth, I checked your blog for Liberty Lane, and it says DMC was used for the white middle house. Do you remember which white you used? I love your color selection.
Which one of us?
You.
Me? I used DMC?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know that I did, so let me check into that, and I'll get back to you next week.
Christine, you showed the Plum Street freebie. Was that from their blog? I haven't been able to find it.
Yes.
What year?
2013, I think. I went and looked it up. It's still there.
Okay.
It's called Mary's Sampler.
Okay.
So Google Mary's Sampler Plum Street freebie, and you'll be able to find it.
Okay.
I went right to it.
Pat, what is the name of the green fabric you used for the snowman hoopla? It's Monaco. She died.
Oh, yeah.
She was like thinking about the name.
No, I was thinking,
the actual fabric.
Not cross-stitch fabric, but fabric.
So any fabric that you see except for the barn board check and the
planked
stuff is Monica that she's writ dyed. We are going to do a writ dye tutorial. We have talked to David and he has promised a new sink.
I don't need a new sink. I need a new faucet.
Oh, sorry. I always say because I say turn the sink on. When she was, I am on a well. So when she was over for Christmas, I tend to run my water in the sink, just like if I walk away to the pantry or whatever. And she's like, just turning it off every 30 seconds. She's like, so lucky you don't pay for water.
Yes, I can't do that.
I'm really bad at it.
Okay. I have to save up my water for when I'm in my garden.
When I want to bathe once a week.
No, when I do my garden. I mean, showering.
Okay, so her electrical bill has to balance out. So we can't run the air conditioner a lot in the summer because we have the Christmas lights in the winter. And then the water, we can't run a lot of in the winter because we have a lot of it in the summer.
Run the air conditioner. She's nuts.
I'm just kidding. It's all about balance.
But I'm always under fire for that water bill.
You try to hide it. Sometimes if it's bad, you just kind of like put it under the bottom of the sink.
And if he's in a bad mood, it goes to the bottom of the pile.
Or in a drawer, and then we just take it. Oh my God, they were late. Just kidding. I don't do that.
No.
I don't have a water bill. Electric bill, because sometimes I leave the lights on a lot.
Oh my gosh. The day that she called and, you know, the whole thing with Cash, I pulled up to their house. Every Christmas tree is lit at 4 o'clock in the morning.
She thought that I actually had time to light all the Christmas trees.
No, I was like, what is going on? Do you not turn these off? Every light was on.
No. The only one I turn off is my real tree because I'm scared of that one, like, lighting up. I know all the other ones can too, but I leave my Christmas lights on. Hey, what can you do? Okay, Brenda, what do you keep? It's nice to see them in the morning.
It's a half an hour process for me to go around and shut everything off.
Right, I don't have like you have these fancy strips that you press the button and it turns it off. I have to like crawl under the tree and unplug
it's called a power strip. Walmart sells them.
Brenda, what do you keep your cookies in after they are made to keep them fresh? Ziplocs.
So I do Ziplocs, plus I have these big tubs from
Walmart.
I don't know if they still sell them.
They sell the truck ones.
Those are small, though.
I know.
But I have big ones that are like this big, and I probably have a dozen or more of them. Mm-hmm. So.
And they're plastic and they have lids on them. Mm-hmm. But this year, a lot of them.
And then I put parchment paper in between each layer of cookies.
Yep. Mickey would love to go to a retreat with you girls in 2020. Please tell us more about where you'll be. So we can only share. They're not our retreats. We're guests there, so we share where you can get the information.
They're full so far.
No, Leela May put again that there was an opening, I think yesterday. Okay, so Leela May Designs is where we are going to be in March. There's 3 sessions there. And then in April, so far, we are going to be at LaDonna's, and that is in Virginia. So both of those I will link again below. You're going to join their Facebook page, and then I mean, you can see what's happening for those retreats, and then if they have any retreats beyond that,
we also have another one for the fall, but it hasn't been announced yet. And then we also have another one for 2021.
Yeah,
so that hasn't been announced yet.
Yes, but when we get details, we'll let you know
as soon as we can.
But the retreat and things that happen at the retreat, that's all on Leela May Designs and LaDonna from Sampling of Memories, because they are hosting
just need to
the
join
retreat.
their Facebook groups and then
read through. They pin stuff at the top, or they pin whatever they need. All the information you need is
there
on the Facebook. And then if you have questions, you can message them.
We're just the entertainment.
Entertainment. Noelle, I was wondering if you could help me with the conversions that you did with the Cinnamon Stars by Plum Street. I don't think you were really big into like sharing your colors then, but what
no, I wasn't.
What I do know is that she looked at the pattern, and the places that you would notice the variegation the most is what she used the fancy floss for.
I bought what they called for.
Right, it was mostly Weeks Dye Works and
this
Gentle
was a
Arts
long time ago.
Yeah, that one is one of my.
But there's like 25 colors or something.
There's a lot, and a lot of them are like these little pebbles on the side to make it look like stonework, and you're not going to see the huge variegation when you're doing, because there's like 3 different colors in those stones already. So the variegation in the floss itself, I don't think would show enough for you to.
So when I take my snowman tree down, which won't be until in February sometime, I'll get in that cabinet where that is, and we'll take it out and we'll look at it.
We'll have that and the scrapbook that she promised.
I can get to the scrapbook now. I forgot.
Okay. All right. We'll do that. But you know that we're huge proponents of fancy floss. But when you're looking at a list like that, we're trying to make this hobby affordable for us, and that's one way that we can do that is.
But you might have some of those colors too in small amounts that you can use, and you don't need to worry about buying it.
Right. Kathleen, how do you get involved with your retreats? Just answer that. Miami Stitches, what would I need if I wanted to start punch needle? I would love to try it, but don't know where to start. So you're going to need a hoop. Morgan 7 and 10 inch hoop, that's in our Amazon shop, and then you're going to need some weaver's cloth, and you're going to need a pattern and a punch needle.
What I would do is, if I was going to start for the first time, I would probably start with one of the Little House Needleworks patterns, because that was a lot easier for me. There was not a lot of small areas, it was bigger areas, and it was easy. When I did my second one, there was a lot of small areas, and it was harder for me.
Yes.
So
so when you're looking at your pattern, make sure it's a smaller pattern. Make sure that there's big areas though that you're doing. But you need weaver's cloth. You need one of those lap stands, because the fabric needs to be extremely taut. So it needs to be like, you need to hear the drum sound when you're pressing it.
Although, like, I watched a little bit of Teresa Koget's video, because she does some punch needle videos, and hers, she doesn't use that. She uses like stretcher bars for needlepoint, those wooden ones, and she staples it on there or thumbtacks it or whatever.
Okay. So Teresa Koget has a video you can watch as well?
Right.
Okay. It is a very relaxing and fun hobby. I will say I haven't gotten to it in a while. I need to pull out my hoop.
Yes. And I finished my last one, and I never started another one. Teresa Koget might have some easy patterns too, and her charts do come with the fabric.
Weaver's cloth.
Right. But you'd have to buy the floss.
Brenda, how do you store your fancy floss? Mine are on rings. Mom's are on rings. I have one of those IKEA big bookshelf things, and I put these command hooks on the side of it, and they hang in their colorways on there. She has bins for them, so she has like shoe boxes.
I have 2 shoe boxes that are the plastic ones, and then they are just in there. They're all the greens are together, but it's all in those 2 boxes are Classic Colorworks. My extras of Weeks or Gentle Arts, those are just in Ziploc bags.
Yep. Christy, did you get any new Pandora charms for Christmas?
Yes.
What'd you get?
Did I?
Didn't Hunter get you one?
Hunter? Oh, no. Yeah, David got me 3. And
Christmas ones, right?
Yeah, Disney. Remember?
Yeah.
But I have my 4th bracelet, and she has her 3rd. So.
Yeah. So I got for Christmas. I didn't get any for I got it for my birthday. I didn't get it for Christmas. I got Buzz and Woody. So Cash is obsessed with Buzz and Woody and Toy Story, anything, and I just want to remember those moments. So my husband got me the Toy Story Dooney and Burke wristlet and purse, and then he got me Buzz and Woody. And then I had a lot of charms that I wasn't able to put on a bracelet, so now I officially have my own Just Disney bracelet, and I'm really excited about it. But it's almost full, so we need to get another one. You also took advantage of the sale. We didn't know that Pandora goes on sale after Christmas. Their Christmas stuff goes on sale.
Yes.
Did you ever get that?
Yes, I did, but I haven't put it on yet.
All right, I just want to make sure. All right, Kat G, do you use batting behind your chalk stitching? If so, what color batting? I don't want to buy a big amount of black, but unsure if the white will show through.
I don't use black. I use just regular
white, tannish.
Yeah.
But Kimberly was saying that same thing, and she was saying they might order some. So do you know if they ordered something?
No, I don't know. But I've never had a problem with it showing through. But I do stitch on 28 count, so maybe if you were on 14 count, it would be easier to see. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But I have used batting a lot underneath my chalk pieces.
She's snoring so loud. The Hobbyholic, when you burn yourself, place the burned area and a spoonful of flour on a plate for 10 minutes. It will take the burn away, and then it won't blister.
A spoonful of flour?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep. Kesmes, any tips on getting bows to sit so nicely?
You just have to play with them, and the most important thing probably is wired ribbon.
Wired ribbon helps it stay.
And you can poof up your loops, and you know, sometimes they get mashed down if you store them, or...
Right. Okay, so for previous finishes...
I took down all the things on the back of the hutch, and I replaced them with winter. It's not totally full yet because I can't get to my winter things because they're underneath the village still. my husband used the bins.
To make different levels in the village.
And I thought, oh, that's fine. And then I was like, oh, where's my winter stuff? But this is Kringle and Claus, right?
Kringle and Woolert.
Kringle and Claus is that fabric one. Right. And this is on a piece of barnwood. Love it. It's one of my favorite pieces.
Just torn, homespun. Then this is, that was by Plum Street. This is a With Thy Needle and Thread. You might have to be careful with that. I forget what this is called. White Christmas or Snow for Christmas or something. But I love the fabric that I stitched this on. And yes, we did dye that. But I don't remember what color it is. And this is on a,
an old tray that
like a serving tray. It was $3.99. And it's set in there.
Oh my goodness. Stop snoring.
She's snoring so loud. That's Piper.
This is from Hometown Holidays. This is the tree lot, and it's also on a tray. And then the Mary, the small piece from the Chock-full. And that's on that oval
bucket,
enamel bucket. And that was the pieces that I had back there.
Okay.
And then I did have a finish this week. I know it's amazing because I haven't been stitching.
Oh, that's cute.
But this is, I use the same container for Calvin.
Oh.
The other holiday hoopla. You have to hold the lid on. But this is the winter holiday hoopla at Christmas. And I didn't want it to be Christmas, so he didn't get a hat. But I made him a scarf out of plaid ribbon. I put the Lori Holt vintage trim around the stitched piece. I did use 2 layers of batting. I added a black buffalo check ruffle, a black buffalo check bow, a little snowball from a pick on the top, and some frosted
greenery.
Yep, not frosted. What is it called?
Flocked
greenery.
Frosted is fine.
I finished him up this morning. I think he's so cute. And I need to put something in, maybe like some pom-poms or something that look like snowballs.
Mm-hmm.
But
that'd be cute.
He's very cute. So I think he looks wintry and not Christmas. Okay.
I didn't have many whips this week, so you won't be seeing a lot from me. This is, I started, like I said, I needed to, watch me not have the thing. The picture, oh, here it is. This is Snow Village Peppermint Parlor.
Oh, you got fire.
I'm using
the call for colors.
Sticks and hickory sticks. Just a white I had, cherry tomato, and ribbon red. And then Mom told me to use steamed broccoli, so that's what I'm using. It calls for DMC in there. There's a bunch of DMC that I'm not going to use because I've got fancy floss, so I'm going to use the fancy floss. And then it also calls for tea and biscuits, which I've got in there too. We
decided to do the Snow Village as our January start.
Yes, January 1st. Mm-hmm. So we started it. Not together, but together. And then next was, this is Lizzie Kate. This is Jingles, right? Yes, Jingles. I'm still working on the deer. So I went through a couple days without stitching after my birthday between the New Year because I couldn't find anything that sparked joy. So that's why I had to restart. Not that I hate my projects. You get in this funk where you really love Christmas and you love stitching it, and then you're like, oh, that's over. Mm-hmm. So I started working on this guy. And this will be a big, long one. Mm-hmm. Like Tingles is, if you did Tingles. I've been working on Tingles in the past. Halloween Rules I did that was really long like this. With that new Snow Village, for whatever reason, I couldn't find a Pat's needle, so I moved to the ball tip needles. Love it. Haven't had any issues with my thumb, so I'm using that for right now. You know, it is what it is. I ordered a new bag, and so I put all my winter stuff in here and things that I'm going to be stitching on. I did stitch on this. I told you I wasn't into winter, and then I was just going to stitch this, and I forgot to show it. This is Little House Needleworks Farm Life. My goodness. And I got the pumpkins done. I got more of this dirt done, and then the stack there, the pumpkins, and the wagon. So I did a lot more on that. I want this one done. I love this one. This is like a stay up all year one.
That was on your chair, so that was from last week. Yes,
my glitter village that I didn't have last week. I'll stick it in my bag and lose it again next week. It is difficult when you're doing these floss tubes, when you take all the projects out and everything, and then you're like, where does it go?
Especially when you leave on a trip and you don't have
your floss.
No, the charts.
Oh
right?
yeah, the charts.
The floss would have been even worse because where would I have gotten that? So I also started Snow Village. I'm doing mine all in one piece.
You are?
Yeah. You act like you're surprised.
This is Snowflake Stand.
But I am so glad that that one is out so that I could start in the top. Because that's how it is. So I didn't have to start in the middle with the other one. But this is fabric that's been dyed with Rit dye and then coffee tea dyed. I am not doing the called for colors. I changed the brown
border
stem in the tree to sticks and twigs. And then I'm using steamed broccoli on the tree.
Okay.
Mine is going to be more red than
pink.
Yeah.
More red than pinky. Cherry tomato is kind of a pinky red.
And then I, of course, worked on that little snowman. And I think I did more on this, too. It's hard to remember. Did I do more?
Yeah, I don't even remember my name. No,
I did,
that's what you have.
No, I did the cookies. Because I made them look like sugar cookies. I did that.
She filled in 3 stitches.
No, I did not fill in 3 stitches. So the cookies in the picture look like chocolate chip cookies or something. And we all know that I like to make
sugar cookies.
Iced sugar cookies. So my cookies look like iced sugar cookies. So I stitched the pies and cookies. And I think that was it.
Oh, we have... Oh, no, we don't have it. We're using the same bag for different projects.
But I love it.
Yes. I will say having my floss already and then it just sticking to that board makes it go by so much quicker because I don't have to like search in the bottom of my bag and everything. It's just a very small time saver, but it's a time saver nonetheless.
There's people that make those things that are for your projects, like Kelly makes a
Bitsy Bob,
right? And then
a snippety,
some cat something.
Yes, I learned that
pretty
from
southern. Uses those. And Dot Goose, she makes the
project ones, yes, that are smaller.
Yep.
That we have in our favorite Santas.
Yep.
It just makes it easy just to grab it. You know, instead of
I have some haul. I placed an order with Fat Quarter, and I got some more bamboo floss because it's
scarce
winter.
in our house.
And I needed sticky board, so lots of sticky board. And then they were having a sale on Charm Packs.
Every time I get a text message, it's like, go buy fabric.
It's terrible. So
I'm in the bathroom.
Chelsea bought the...
Just kidding. We whisk you a Merry Christmas. These are Charm Packs. Then there's this one. This is called Homestead Life. It's a Riley Blake design.
I opened that one so they could look at it. It's so cute. So this will just be like an everyday one.
Yep.
But this other one is a Christmas.
You did 4 of each, right?
No, 5.
Oh, 5 of each.
And I think I'm going to try the half square triangles.
With the We Whisk You?
With both of them. So we'll see.
Someone pray for both of us. Okay. And
now that my Christmas stuff is done, I will have room to lay out those last 2 that I made. So we can get them pinned and finished.
So she can pin them and finish them. I have haul, but it's in a box over there, so I'm going to show you the next time because I'm not going to go get the box.
Did you get charts or anything?
I don't think so. I got batting, I got sticky board, a lot of it. All right, but we did have some gifts this week. I've never seen this. This is from Jennifer. And look at it. It's a book of Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck, and I've never seen that. That is absolutely awesome. Thank you so much. She said she knew it belonged with me. Classic Disney designs.
You should stitch a few of those for your tree.
I know. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I've never seen that before. And I've Googled Disney things. Okay, this is a Happy Holidays from Sue and Dale.
They're the ones that when we were in Disney, they took me to the, what was that? The
outlet.
Yes, that you can only go to if you're an employee. She sent both of us a Christmas card.
Thank you so much, both of you. And there's the, this comes in this.
Yep.
Okay. This is from Linda. And she said she, these are out of prints, and she had purchased them, I think, from eBay. And she didn't realize that she had bought doubles and sometimes triples of them. So we've got some out of prints that we can use for a giveaway. I think there's 2 patterns, and there was 2 and 3 of each. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
No.
Designer.
So they're called Simply Old Fashioned. Stitch St. Nick the second, and Stitch St. Nick. So 1 and 2. So thank you so much, Linda. And those will be used as giveaways. They're beautiful. And they're long and skinny.
Cute.
I had never seen those either. All right.
And then from Carol.
Carol. From Creative Carol Designs.
Designs on Etsy.
Two new bags. Some new bags. So this is for all of you dog lovers with the bones on the back and the paw prints. Isn't that cute?
And this one is dogs too, but they're like watercolory looking, right? Or paisley?
Yes, paisley. And that has a beautiful teal background. Thank you so much, Carol. Your bags are beautiful.
And they'll be linked below, or her shop will be linked below.
Linker.
And then we had some giveaways from last week.
I have to think what we're doing next. And see, like, what else?
We both are just like, so tired.
I am very tired. I keep going to bed earlier and earlier, and
it doesn't help.
My kids went back to school on the 2nd, so some people have off this entire rest of the week, but my kids went back to school, so getting back up and like doing all the things, I was like, oh gosh. Okay, sampling of memory. So LaDonna gave us 2 for her for our giveaways from last week.
Was this from the week before this?
No.
Oh, okay.
These are.
Oh, was that all?
Yeah. These going there, and this.
That was from the week before?
Yep.
Okay.
And then this. Okay, I've got them in order now. Thank you for sticking with us. So the first one goes to Kim Rothermel. Congratulations.
We should show these again. These are really pretty. She always puts the cutest little charms on them.
So you got scissor keeps, floss keeps,
and a little velvet bag.
The second one goes to Patricia Simon. Congratulations. I forgot my spiel. You have to email us. The Gmail is listed in the description box below. Email us what you won and your physical address and your name. All right.
And if you don't get a response in 24 hours, do it again because Gmail is weird.
We've never had these problems with AOL. Kim Rothermel, Patricia Simon. Number 2 was from a wonderful viewer. She had duplicates, so she sent us these, never used. This is Prairie Schooler 2006 Santa. The first one goes to Carissa Christie. Second one goes to Shannon Ashley. Congratulations. Number 3 is from Fat Quarter Shop, and the rest of them are as well. These are Lori Holt stitch cards. Set C, so small, cute designs that you can put out for winter, and these are very tiny. You'd be able to finish these before winter's over. So number 1 goes to Tina Salentino, Pam Jordan, Diana Roper, Amanda Mahar. Congratulations. And then another Lori Holt design. This one is so cute. This is Happy Camper. 2 options to win that. This goes to Seesaw 432 and Jane NYC. And last but not least, we have St. Nicholas 2. This is the Prairie Schooler, and this goes to Kay Rodriguez.
I'm going to stitch every single one of those.
Every single one. Congratulations. Thank you so much for entering. And as usual, we have another one this week.
These are all from the Fat Quarter Shop. And
All right.
all wintry, I think, right?
We think. Number 1. So you're going to answer the question that we list after we show these. And you'll put number 1, 2, 4, 7, whichever number that you are interested in.
Okay, the question for this week is, when do you take down your Christmas decor?
Yeah. And when do you turn like your lights that are outside off? So we were driving through, we got pizza for Hupter's birthday last night. His new crush works at the pizza place. So we went to the pizza place.
A girl that he's dating works at the pizza place. Chelsea's looking at the window.
Just driving by slowly, almost hit someone. It's fine. But we got pizza for Hunter's birthday last night. Mom made cupcakes with raspberries. And when we were driving through, everybody still has their lights up. So we wanted to know when you take your lights down.
And my outside lights are off. So.
Yeah, they're done. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, number 1 is, you saw us, she started it already. This is Snowflake Stand. This is a series, so it's called Snow Village. There's several designs. I think there's going to be 9. No, that's normal.
4, 8, 9, 10, 11, I think.
I don't know.
I think 11. But you can see how many designs on the Country Cottage Needleworks website.
Yep, and she shows you the placement and everything
But
else. Or you can stitch them.
You can only see what's been released. The other ones are like blurred out, but you can see how many there will be. Because the first one was bigger.
In the middle. Mm-hmm. But you can always stitch these separately if you wanted to.
Right.
Number 2 is Peppermint Pals by With Thy Needle and Thread. Number 3 is Country Cottage Needleworks, Fresh Cut Christmas Trees. There's 2 opportunities to win that. Number 4, 2 opportunities to win the quilt shop. This is the latest in the Little House Needleworks Hometown Holidays. She showed the tree farm today. Mm-hmm. Number 5. Guys, it's harder to keep up with numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5 is Plum Street Samplers, A Country Winter, and there are 2 opportunities to win that one as well. Okay? So, recap. Snow Village, Peppermint Pals, Fresh Cut Christmas Trees, ×2, Quilt Shop, ×2, and A Country Winter. I love that one. It's so pretty. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's what we have for you today. What else do we have on the agenda? We showed our finishes. We showed our previous finishes. We showed our whips. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and if you didn't see all the finishes from last year, head on over to my blog and you can see all hers, all mine.
Yep. Also, she did a blog post that a lot of you appreciated, and that was our videos at Fat Quarter Shop. So a lot of you have asked for finishing videos, and we did tutorials while we were there.
They're all in one place on my blog now. You can see
clickable links.
Mm-hmm. If the text is colored, that means it's clickable, so you can click right to it.
Just click it. Just click it. Just click it.
The videos, I think, those videos, you can just click right on those videos and it takes you to the video.
Okay.
So, if you get your finishing inspiration from us, tag my blog. We'd love to see your projects. And like I always say, it's nice to be appreciated. Anyway, follow us on Instagram, at Priscilla Blaine, at Chelsea356, Priscilla's2000 on Facebook, and Priscilla's2000.blogspot.com, where you can see more of everything that we do.
Breathe.
And join our Stitching with Housewives group. We're almost to 10,000. Maybe we'll do a giveaway there for 10,000.
Oh, I didn't know we were doing that. That's fine. I hadn't even looked at the number. I just approve people who answer the question. You got to answer the question so I know that you're a stitcher. Mm-hmm. So if you're inviting people or you're telling people to join, make sure you let them know that there's 2 questions and just give them the answers. Okay?
At first, we would let people in that we couldn't see anything on there. And we've had a couple of instances where we've had to remove people.
Yeah, with watch parties and things like that, or just not.
So now we've really cracked down, and if you don't, if you haven't answered the questions, then we check to see if you're in any cross stitch groups or things like that. So
yes. Okay.
Just trying to keep it a nice place for all of us.
Me too.
Anyway. We have a lot of exciting things coming up this year. It's going to be a very exciting year, and we can't wait to bring you along with us, or drag you.
Just buckle in your seatbelt, baby. Drag you along with us. Okay.
Okay.
I don't think I have anything else.
Okay.
I think we've sat here long enough. Thank you again for joining us. We appreciate it. We appreciate all of your kind comments.
And being subscribers and likes and Anyway, to enter the giveaway,
We love you.
like the video and make sure you're a subscriber.
Yes. That's
And
part of
then-
the rules. She cracks down on that too. What are you going to make me for lunch today?
I think we're having yard sauce. Either that or cheeseburgers.
I was thinking fried rice. She said no.
Maybe.
She made a turkey. She made a ham this week. She made feasts.
It was just easier because then there's food for everybody to eat instead of
days.
having to make something every 5 minutes. It's
Oh
hard.
my goodness. Last night we'd put a piece of pizza on the little kid's plate. Can I have more? Like, he was just taking the cheese off the pizza and it was like every 30 seconds that he needed another one and we were just losing our mind. It was very funny. Okay. All right. We will see you next time.
Bye.